Yo, what's good, everyone? This is Yohance for our crypto update live, guys. I want to say thank you and welcome to checking out this Wednesday with me and see what's going on in the market. A lot of cool stuff is happening right now, so we're just gonna wait till a few people come in. Tell you guys some of the story on how things have been for me. So I have a YouTube channel called Get Into Black with Jade. As you guys know, we're here. And this is our finance portion where we talk about what's going on in the world of crypto. And specifically, what we like to focus on is Helium Network, which is one of the crypto programs that we like to deal with. And we've been building that network for quite a few months now, since I would say March. And so it's been exciting. So, today we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about the infrastructure bill. We're going to talk about Helium Network, what's going on, the updates with that. And then we're also going to talk about how do you get access to a free Helium miner now, because as we all know, there still is a backup and the wait time is much longer than what most people probably are want to wait. But I'm going to tell you why I think it's worth waiting and why I think you still should get started. So first things first, it's been exciting today. They just passed the infrastructure bill in the Senate, and so as we're waiting on going on to the next thing, it's really interesting to me because as a person who has changed my life in a way where I feel that I'm not depending on any type of government or any outside resource to fulfill my duties as a man, as a human being, which is to become financially free and to live a life that's full of purpose and to be around people who I love and care about and support me. So I'm really all about trying to find those opportunities. And I think the best way to do that is honestly looking at what your local government is doing. One of the beautiful things that allowed for me and Jay to actually come to live here in Puerto Rico, where we are now, is taking action from what the government is asking us to do. So, for those of you guys don't know, there was just a infrastructure bill that was passed, and more recently, that infrastructure bill has gone through with a few uh, broad language describing what brokers are in the infrastructure bill. So specifically, it's really interesting because a lot of the pro Congress people who are behind the bill, they really have been fighting to implement certain things to better define broker. As of right now, the term broker in this bill is so vague where anyone that's doing any type of transaction can be considered a broker and will have to follow up with mandates to the IRS, reporting KYC, know your customer information, which is impossible for someone who's on a small level business. For example, what we like to talk about here on our channel is Helium Network. So this bill is making it where there is a possible case that the IRS can say those who are mining cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Helium, Ethereum, these are some of the larger ones, you are required to report certain information about your earnings outside of the normal what you would have to do for mining, which is just basic. We count mining as income, so which you can just easily do on a 10 on your 1040, and you just add that as income coming in. But I think with what they've done with this one, with this whole bill, to make it so vague, it's put a lot of us in jeopardy. Like myself, I've been very conscious on, I love paying my taxes, um, the correct amount of my taxes. I'm not a fan of avoiding paying taxes or doing anything that is illegal. But when you are putting people in these types of position, it stifles innovation. And I think America can afford to stifle innovation. If we get back to the core of who we are as a country, innovation has pushed us into where we are today and going beyond. So, as an American citizen, I am pro innovation when it comes to all things around progress to our overall humanity of our people. That's just very simple. There's nothing extra to put onto that. So this bill is really ideal for the overall growth, but there's just a little things. I think it's about, I want to say, 270 pages worth of documents, and it's things that's covering roads, bridges, public transportation, freight trains, electrical vehicles, expanding charging station, internet access, which is kind of where I feel this falls in here, getting access, especially to the global. But when you talk about internet access, we're talking about crypto in this specific point where I think we need to figure out how do we continue to um, integrate cryptocurrency into our society as overall government. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that's going to turn out. So with that being said, what I would highly suggest that we keep an eye out on this. I don't think this is going to pass the way it is. I think there still needs to be some revisions to this, especially to the term of what a broker is, which is very vague. It's anyone who's doing a transaction in cryptocurrency, and that includes you if you're staking your cryptocurrency like Cardano, where you're putting with a validator and they're paying you a percentage annually, and that percentage can now be you can now, by putting your money in that cryptocurrency in that validator for staking, that validator node, which is supposed to be that person, has to now get private information on me to be able to report. And I think that's unfair. I think that's an unfair thing to do, and that we shouldn't be subjected to that. And that just stifles the natural progress. So next, I want to talk about outside of infrastructure, where's the market at today? So right now, um, see, let me pull up my coin gecko. My All right. So right now, Bitcoin at the time of this recording is coming in at $46,207, and we're up in the 24 hours, a little less than a percentage. We're at 0.9%, and Ethereum is at 3,200 and $18.07. So that's up 1.2% for its 24 hours. And so I think this is really great for the market when we see our top two cryptocurrencies leading the way. So I really feel like we are moving into a altcoin season, a little mini altcoin season. This is not the big one. I'm not getting too excited. I made some trades today, but I took some profits just because, like I said, I think we're going to have a pullback because we naturally always do, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as before. And we also have helium coming in at $16.68. We had a good little pump earlier in the day. So helium right now is down 3.5% in the last 24 hours. Because it hit up to $19 that yesterday. So, but in the past 7 days this week, we're at 26.3% up on the week, which is great for all of those who are helium miners. I think that's really exciting. So you guys who have been investing into helium, I think is really great. And just to remind you guys that this isn't everything right here is not financial advice. We got to make that disclaimer. This is just my opinion of what's going on in the market. And so I think it's it's cool to share your opinion with those who want to hear it and who don't want to hear it. So while I'm pulling up some of the update, what's going on in helium, I think it's really cool to remember, guys, if you can like, comment, and subscribe. Really would love the interaction. Like saying, this is my first time going live. So I'm just excited to share as I'm learning these new platforms and learning all these new different things. So just to give you an update on where we are in helium, we are now at 120 2,300 hotspots globally. That trend, that's on a 30-day trend. We're up 35,000 hotspots in the past 30 days. And I mean, this is amazing. And for those who didn't know, we just had a really cool run up yesterday where we got some positive news that we got a new investment. So Andrew Horowitz, for those who don't know, I mean, this guy has created one of the largest crypto hedge funds out there, and so and it's around about 2 billion right now. And so with this being them choosing Helium Network, they're utilizing this money to actually be able to expand what we all are waiting for, which is the we're all also are waiting for the 5G miners to come out. And I'm excited for that. I'm on the wait list. I'm looking for that opportunity to be able to set up a 5G miner in my home, and especially since I'm here in Puerto Rico, where it's the Wi-Fi and stuff is not non-existing. So I'm excited for that. But other than that, I think one of the things that's happening is after the mining, we actually had a halving. For those who don't know what halving is, it's halving is when a blockchain native token supply is cut in half. So the supply that can be mined moving forward for that year gets cut in half. And so, for example, for the first for the first time when Helium started mining, we were earning about 5.2 million Helium tokens were mined each month. And now that August 1st, we had the halving, that was cut in half. So it's about 2.5 that can be mined. But what also I think really put in a shock to the price, and what's I think is accumulating to what's going on, is that we had a halving, and also we implemented a validators. So we moved to using validators to actually stake the tokens to deal with the expansion of the miners going on, because the network hasn't been able to keep up with that. So for example, we having a lot of issues with a lot of miners where there's a relays that are happening, and relay pretty much meaning that your specific miner is not connecting directly to the blockchain. So directly to the internet. So your internet is rerouting the information to another miner, and that miner that's not relayed can connect directly to the blockchain. And so, and with that being said, that's causing a lot of people to lose earnings. And specifically, a lot of people are overcrowding certain areas. So every time a miner gets put into a area that's less than 300 feet, 350 meters, excuse me, is you're actually causing harm to the network more than anything, to the potential earnings to you and everyone around. So, for example, I have an area here where when I got here, it was perfect. It was a 1.0 reward scale, and we was earning perfectly fine. Then all of a sudden, like two or three more hotspots rolled up, and now we are at, I think, a 0.80, which kind of goes back and forth. Some one day I saw it was at 0.5, which is meaning I only can earn half of the potential rewards I would be able to earn, because there's so many miners within the allowed radius. And I think if people be more strategic and do things where we start thinking about the overall global, well, I wouldn't say being global yet. If you think about your local Helium network and being invested in that, and not just kind of just getting money, um, you indirectly will make more money, because instead of just putting it up in your place and then cutting the rewards of yours and everyone else, you can do programs where you can, if you have a friend or family that's in a potentially ideal area that's a little bit further away, you can set up your hotspot in their home and do a revenue share, where now you can now get better earnings, because you're providing a much better network coverage, and which allows you to be able to earn more, and the people around you earn more, which allows the network overall to grow much better, and which will indirectly, um, I would say indirectly, encourage other developers to want to build in your network and build companies and programs in that network that would utilize your specific miners. And that is where you're going to earn more. So one thing, the new validator um, did for Helium is it changed the way we earn our rewards. So most people are going to earn rewards from staking their rewards, because 30% is going to go to the validators, and the validators are going to distribute that out to their stakers, who are in their pool. And so, and then another 30% is going to go to the distribution of data credits. So that's actually when the witness and all the stuff that's happening, the data package that actually are sent to the blockchain through from your miner, that is where you're going to earn more. So that's why you want to make sure that you don't have any relay issues, because if you do, that's going to also slow down the information getting transferred up to the blockchain. And you also need people in that area to be actively utilizing your blockchain, your coverage area, so the blockchain can communicate with that, and that's going to reward you for that. And so these are really cool things that I think is really a great opportunity for us to look into and be supportive of. So if you guys are really interested into how you can get a free miner, I would check out in the description. I have posted a link to ihub.global. And ihub.global is a company that's really working to expand the network of Helium, and by providing a affiliate and hosting agreement with those who are interested. So like, I know a lot of friends and family, I've put them onto this information, say, hey guys, you can just set this little box up, put it in the window, and it's going to provide this coverage for this network called IoT, which is the Internet of Things. It helps with data for like scooters, the Lime bikes, for transportation, all these different types of things. And what I know, it goes over a lot of people's head, but at the end of the day, all you have to do is just plug it up, set it up to a window, and you start earning. And I think the best way to do that is by earning money off of someone else's dime. That's like going to work. If you have a 9 to 5 job, you're earning money off of your bosses and entrepreneurs' hard work and effort. Okay, you're providing a service to that company, and they're paying you for it. And that's the same thing that you do with Helium. By providing coverage, which is a service, you are going to get rewarded in their native token, which is the H&T token. That token is like, I would consider it as, if you think about it, like stock, right? Even though it's not a stock, it's property, it's considered digital property. But if you look at kind of like how stock does, it goes up in value, right? And if you are staking it where that stock has dividends, you can now earn dividends by staking it, and then you earn appreciation by the pure value of the token going up. So you can compare it to both. I think is the best way to compare it to is itself, but you can earn passive income in two ways: by providing the coverage by just plugging it up in your window, and then also taking what you earn and staking them into validator pools, where you can do what they call partial staking. And all you need is minimum one token. I believe I have to double check, all the different validators are different, but it doesn't require a lot, and you can start earning up to 8% interest a year, APY, on some of these things. So, and some of these validators, that's about the average going. So I would really consider doing that. I've signed up with iHub Global. Check out the link. Go ahead and follow through. If you have any questions, Feel free to reach out to me. You can send me a message on my Instagram, or you can also leave a comment, and I'll respond back to the comment. If you guys really like these types of me going live and kind of giving you my thoughts on what's going on in the market, and just these new opportunities that I'm talking about, please let me know. Like I said, this is all new. We're growing, and I want to grow with my community. I want to grow with you guys. We just have so much to offer, and I think it's selfish for us to keep this to ourselves and not share this with people who are looking for the information. You are doing half of it. You've already started searching, you're trying to figure out what's happening, and now it's us coming together and getting the information and to be able to put it into action. So if you're interested in start earning passive income up to $1,000 a month by simply mining crypto, you can do that by checking out the link in the description. Go to which is my affiliate link, ihub.global, and see the opportunity that awaits you. So thank you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video, which I will actually be doing a review on iHub Global and the platform and what I think about the compensation plan and everything. Thank you so much. Enjoy your Wednesday, and remember, get in the black.